Welcome
All right.
back to Survivor China, folks. That's right.
We're back, baby.
Who got voted out last episode?
Ashley? Ashley got voted out?
Ashley, say it ain't so.
It ain't so. She didn't
Yeah.
talk around camp at all. Saved it for tribal council and then got voted out.
Chicken and Ashley. All right.
Yeah. Ashley was uber pissed off at Dave. Because Dave was
True.
leader man.
Yeah, there's a lot of conflict there. Very, not the best morale going on at that tribe right now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, well, if you're new to the channel, I'm a big Survivor fan, taking my friend Alec here through Survivor chronologically for the first time since the dawn of time.
That's right.
All right, we got a playlist on the channel, or you go to zacharcher.net/survivor, pick whatever season you want. That is before this season, and we have it. You know, whether it be season review or reactions to every episode since Survivor Thailand, baby. All right, go check it out. And
good stuff.
So, as always, you can click the link in the description to see the highlights of our reaction. Come back afterwards for the discussion, okay?
Join us then. Mom.
What happened to no more nicknames? Stop getting cute, guys. And now he's like, all right, you can just put Mom, you can put Sister Christian,
yeah,
as long as you put in
bye.
Yeah.
Just no bye Denver Diva, you know.
He's like, Mom. There's no other mom that it could possibly mean, so that's what he thinks. Okay, I knew it though. It's like it's like, oh, does she regret does she make any mistakes in the game? No, of course not, because she's already got her ass covered. He's like, oh no, I knew came into this I was gonna be in here as long as God wanted me to be. So dang it, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Wow,
so
you
right.
got me there. You know what? You didn't make any mistakes. You didn't blab information you shouldn't have. You didn't do anything wrong.
There's no personal accountability.
Yeah, she's gonna like look back and be like, I didn't do anything wrong with the game. I did nothing wrong. I was just I was open and honest, and that's like, no, you betrayed your tribe.
You betrayed them when you got kidnapped.
You betrayed them.
Shouldn't have got kidnapped.
You betrayed them when you got kidnapped.
We don't like losers. We don't like POWs in this tribe.
We don't like them.
Yeah.
We get them out of here. We don't like them. Get them out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
That's an interesting episode.
Leslie, Sister Christian, aka Mom.
Mom.
Voted out. What is it, Mother Goose, and your chickens?
Yeah.
Your chickens in China have grown up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, your chicks in China have grown up. Something that's so weird.
No, we need to stop talking about. No, we need to stop using chicken's name in vain here, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, the damn man. Chicken. Freaking chicken.
There you go. I mean, we had John Who, you know, it seemed like James such a force. Like, how do you beat him and everything? Well, the way you beat him is for Courtney to hold up the challenge for the first, like, half an hour, and then then they can barely win.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Leslie said they won with this, not with this, but really it's because Courtney didn't have this is why they won, you would think. So,
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So
kind of a weird takeaway from that challenge.
I mean, I get it if she really gets the impression that they're a more positive, better morale tribe. I mean, that's not what we have gotten. That's why it feels like it was just because she was there. Like suddenly they're jumping in the water. Dave's doing belly flops out here, but
yeah, they're best foot forwarding it so that she'll give them all the information, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. So
she gave him some information, and he went back home and got voted out.
Yeah.
And she gave Todd the idol clue too, and got voted out.
She gave Todd the idol clue, and then she also provided Jamie with the one this time. She returned the favor. So
one way or another, her mark's gonna be left on this game. Like,
somehow.
Though I'm sure that it was like they didn't talk about it at all, but I'm sure that was part of the calculus for Todd, at least Todd. knowing that, because he said before, he's like, well, once she's gone, then I'll be the only one who knows. So
yeah, that had to have been some of what he was thinking about there, at least.
But yeah, clearly Todd and Amanda wanted to keep Courtney around, which is the more obvious, like, weaker competitor wise. But yeah, so then it came down to like John Robert. Courtney really wanted John Robert, obviously, and then was disappointed that we didn't get John Robert. Who were the 2 votes? Was it Leslie that also voted John Robert, I guess? Yeah. So
yeah, she did.
Courtney. Yep. So it'll be interesting to hear why they hear Todd and Amanda and them try to explain why they left her out of that, but
who knows?
What else? We had Dave stripping down in the challenge. Like,
yeah.
You would think after All Stars they would just like make it a rule, maybe just a nice soft rule saying don't get naked in the challenges.
Well, I think maybe they were thinking it was a little less weird because it's a bunch of guys wrestling. But I mean, I don't know. You know,
right?
Still, I don't want some man's junk right in my face. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like he does a full dives right onto their head maneuver. You know.
It's like I'm all right. I'm okay with like other naked guys. That's whatever. But like when you start getting your bits all over my stuff, I'm just like, I don't really want that.
You can start yoinking him, dragging him by his Johnson. Yeah. So
yeah,
if you wanted to, it's fair game.
You could have. He opened it up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else happened in this challenge? I mean, we started off with the not so pretty John Robert of it all.
Oh yeah.
You know,
he was kind of being he was being a little creepy.
Even the whole new definition to rubbing your tribe the wrong way, as Brent Steele would put it. So
he was trying to rub up on. Well, he wasn't like, I don't think there was anything like necessarily inherently sexual about it, but like he was like, yeah, I need that warmth. I'm saying he wasn't like I don't think there's anything necessarily like he's not trying to get some from it necessarily. I don't want to necessarily go there, but it is weird because he was like, he was, I need you for warmth, and he was like rubbing their legs and stuff. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't trying to get some because he knew he seems like the kind of guy who knows he's not gonna get some. So yeah, but I'm gonna get my grabs in when I can because there's nothing they can do about it. They're not enforcing anything. This is like a different time. I mean, where like we're just gonna play this as a segment on the episode and be like, oh, look at old John Robert being handsy with the ladies, you know.
Yeah, but none of them were like okay with it.
Right.
Like all of them were like, this is weird.
Right, but it's like, well, Survivor's like, oh, it's the game, folks. Keep it rolling. And it's
keep it going on.
I think they would not allow that more so now. They would be more strict about, okay, stop that. They're literally moving to the other part of the freaking camp, and you're getting up, moving. I need the small girls over here. I need their warmth.
Yeah, it's very, very weird. That's very odd. I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like I don't necessarily. I'm not gonna like come out and say like he's trying to get sex or sexual from them, but like they are obviously not consenting to that behavior. So that's weird.
Yeah, at the very least, non-consensual touch, cross some boundaries, etc. But even Todd was like, and then they had the whole segment where him and James were just talking in the water, like loud enough for Todd and Courtney to hear them talking about them.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if you can get $1 million is great, but if you can get $1 million in some ass, even better.
Yeah. And then James is like, I'd rather have a sandwich. Like I think he kind of tried to change the subject a little bit. He's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, he's like, oh, I know you're sweet on that, Courtney. He's like, yeah, whatever. But like, whatever.
James might have said something there. He kind of talks under his breath sometimes, so it's like
he said like something like that she's hot or whatever, but like I don't think he didn't.
Did he?
We'd have to play it back.
Yeah,
he said something like he was kind of like, yeah, he's a little sweet on her, but I don't know about like he said like, yeah, I want that ass.
I thought he said I thought he said something about like her weight, like she's not.
Okay, she's tiny.
Yeah, like not good, but maybe.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He talks under his breath. You can't really hear him fully sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I bear people after all.
We did hear John Robert though, and Todd's like, all right, well, time to take out the trash sooner or later.
Yeah.
Gonna take out the trash.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, there's that. Leslie got to flex her. I'm a Christian. There's some Christians over there, but there's more Christians on this other tribe. Like that was kind of like, that was like what she was like talking about when she came back. We're just like, okay. did they tell you anything? And she's like, no, I told them all about you.
Yeah. Yeah, you learned one thing about their tribe. It's like they had heart. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They had some
heart. They were jumping in the water. It was so silly, so funny over there.
It's wacky and fun. Also, I told them that you were the leader, and I told them a little bit about all you. So
and he said, "Way to put my head in the guillotine."
Yeah, the guillotine. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Christian. I mean, she didn't have a moment. She barely has a moment on this show where she's not talking about God or being a Christian.
I wonder how much of that is put on, like in the sense that, like, I wonder how much of that is hand selected by the producers. Like, we got to pick every moment she mentions Jesus because we really gotta go hardcore into how wacky and weird these weird Christian people can be. And it's like, I almost wonder if it's that, or if she is literally one of those people that cannot go more than 5 seconds talking about it.
Well, she's when you got her talking about the idol and like giving the clue to the idol, then there was no Christian talk then.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's gonna bring that up when she kind of seems like.
Well, she did. She said this is a gift from God. She said, God, this is.
Yeah, and it's like it literally is from Jamie. Like, can we not talk about how Jamie needed to?
Well, Jamie's God's servant, God's messenger to her. So yeah.
Yep, and being voted out is probably a gift from God too. And
well, she said she didn't claim it at all. It's like, cool. I left when I needed to.
She's so
God
good.
decided me.
She's so good. She covered herself on all sides.
She covered herself.
You can't criticize it. You can't criticize
the game. You can't criticize her game at all because it's when God
you were
wanted
criticizing
her to be
God.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
All right. Well.
But I mean, literally, we are introduced to her this season with her being the one who did not want to finish the ceremony, though it was very clearly not a worship ceremony. It felt too much like worship to her. So
yeah, she couldn't go forward with it. And it's like, all right, well,
that's how we were introduced to her, and also even more so. The very initial thing is a Christian radio hosts. That was her. That's her thing. That's her title. And then it's that, and then that's her whole personality trait. It's just.
I guess if it is her brand, I guess you might as well. I guess she might as well have it. I guess that's it.
Anything else from this episode?
Dave was kind of just getting aggravated about everything at the beginning. He was just like, pissy about every little thing.
Notice how, at least for me, this was a more enjoyable episode because we were not spending as much time over that track.
It's true. It's true. I would agree with you.
Even though
I would agree that it was
we
more
had
enjoyable.
Definitely some moments on this tribe that were not so fun either, but aside for those, it's generally it seems like a more enjoyable tribe to watch, more depth to it.
There's more like actual strategy going on there. So
yeah, it's like if we go back to the other tribe, we're just gonna see Dave. It's gonna be so much Dave because he can't help but be the center of attention, really.
It's all the Dave show. Well, it looks like next time Sharia is gonna just flip out on. She's been slow burning this whole time. Every time Dave says something, it cuts to her, and she's biting her tongue. But you can tell that she's like dying to say something. And it looks like Dave goes one step too far next time.
All right, so who would you give your MVP for the episode? Oh yeah, I almost forgot tough. We had our freeze frame shots in the challenge.
Yeah, those are pretty freaking epic. I think I'm gonna give it to James.
James, oh.
Yeah, because he was the beast in that first challenge. He tried his best he carried the whole team on his back and they still couldn't win. That was wild. I thought this whole thing surrounding around him being loud with JR, that's twisting that's the narrative or the thrust of what that tribe is going to be doing moving forward. As a very pivotal conversation that he had with him, because they were being pretty careless about what they were doing there. And
so I just MVP like for that. So MVP for that.
The MVP for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. I feel like
I would say, yeah. I'd say Courtney as well, but
yeah.
It
would have been Courtney for me. Courtney
for
you? She was fun. I mean, she has some eye roll. I like the eye rolling moments, and
she is adorable, but like adorable in the sense that like I kind of want to just protect her because she looks like literally everything out there will snap her in half. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's like, oh, she's a woman, she's fragile. It's like, no, just look at her, she's fragile. If I had a guy friend that had that body type, I'd be like, no, don't go outside, please.
Yeah,
stay in. You poor thing, you're gonna break. So,
but she's also snarky, and she's gonna get her one-liners in as well.
She's got that snark. I mean, she's had that snark since the first day when I didn't really like her all that much, but but yeah. She's been unhappy with that tribe since day one too. So I hope things start turning around for her.
I mean, I think it's the John Robert effect for sure. You know,
it is the John Robert effect for sure. It also doesn't help that when she is put in challenges, they like gave her like something that was hard to do. I don't know if they were literally thinking about the end where they had to pull the thing. They're like, oh well, Courtney can't do that, but maybe she could slice that thing. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, she made a comment that was interesting in the tribal council that it was true. I mean, we've been doing all these physical challenges, throwing people around and whatnot.
Yeah.
So everybody on her tribe is always talking about how can she do the least damage on these challenges. Yeah. Like, where can we put her to not screw it up as much?
I mean, are they wrong though?
Right. Exactly. But yeah,
it's so physical. Everything's. Yeah, everything's just so physical all the time. There hasn't been any like, because there's like puzzle elements to them, but there's not any that are like, here is this just a straight run-in puzzle thing. Like she hasn't had any running really. It's all been like beating people up, beat downs and like slicing and like strength and.
The challenge we saw with Naked Dave. I mean, that's literally like you can't even consider doing that challenge. It's like an automatic sit out because you literally just pick her up with one hand and just right over the side.
She can't weigh more than 100 pounds. I don't think she weighs more than 100 pounds. Right? I don't think she does. I mean, and that's the thing that's also going to be like crazy about Survivor is that like you don't
the Survivor diet,
lose weight.
Yeah.
Like it's like, geez, man, well, that poor girl. But she's a trooper for doing this though in general.
Yeah, we'll have to see how long she's there for and see like if you can see a difference or not. You know.
Yeah, for sure. So all right.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Come back next week for another episode of Survivor China. Check out our playlist in the channel for all of our other Survivor content, and leave a comment below. As always, Alec doesn't look at the comments, so if you want to talk about things that haven't happened yet, whatever you want. But if you want it to be read, we always read the comments in the Tarqaron podcast. So if you want it to be read, make sure make it spoiler free, and we'll be sure to do that. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you go check out our review of Survivor Palau. All right.
Yeah.
Check it out.
All right. That was a fun time.
Yeah.
Fun time back then.
And until next time.
All right.